Alright, so today I'm going to be trying to solve this dodecahedron, the Megaminx. It looks pretty challenging, so I will see how long it actually takes me to solve it. Alright, so last night was me just showing how much I can solve currently on the Megaminx, which is pretty much just the white face and the first two layers. And so that's pretty much just from my knowledge of the 3x3. And so I'm going to see how much more I can solve in a day. So I watched a tutorial on how to solve the Megaminx, and I realized pretty quickly that I was able to solve a lot more than I originally realized, just from my knowledge of the 3x3. And so the first step, once you complete this white layer, is to begin solving all of the faces around it. And so I was able to get these three pretty easily, but the problem is that once you get to these last two faces, this corner becomes very difficult to solve without messing up some of the pieces around it. So I'll have to continue practicing to try and solve this. So after some practice, I was able to get past that problem. So I realized I did a pretty poor job of explaining this the first time, so I'm going to try to re-explain it a little bit better now. So normally when I am solving the faces that touch white, such as this blue one, red one, or green one, I would normally solve the corners and the edges one at a time like this. So if I was trying to solve this section right here, I would first solve this corner right here like this, and then I would solve the edge that's supposed to go here, doing something like this. So inserting the corner and the edge one at a time like I just did works all the way until you get to these last two faces that connect to white, in this case the purple and yellow. Specifically, the problem is with this corner right here, because if you try to insert it one at a time, this corner and then the edge, then it almost always messes up something around it when you try to solve it. So in this case, I had to connect the corner and the edge before I put them in, just like this. And so now from here I can begin solving the pieces around it without messing it up. So that's pretty difficult when there are 12 faces and they all turn in so many different ways, but I was able to get past that, and now I just have one more layer to do, in this case the gray layer. I've heard that this layer is pretty tough. Until now, most of the cube has been logic-based to solve, but in this case, I will need to learn a couple new algorithms to be able to solve the last layer, so I will get to working on that. I just got my first solve. The last layer was actually not quite as difficult as I thought it would be, although right now I definitely could not do that without a video. So I will try to practice a bit more and see if I can solve it without using any help. Well, I did it. After a painstakingly long process, I was able to solve the whole thing without any help, and it took me about 2 hours to learn how to solve it the first time, and then probably another hour to get down the algorithms a little bit better and be able to solve it. It was by no means fast. It probably took me 10 minutes, but a solve is a solve. And so I hope you enjoyed the video, and I will catch you guys in the next one.